Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Hiker Dave here. I got only a little bit of time to take a hike here. I got about a half an hour maybe before the sun goes down. Oh, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Hope you're doing well. At first, when I started this whole thing, the research, and that's what I'm doing, Bigfoot research, I was 80% sure Bigfoot was real. I wanted it to be real, so that helped. So, 75% sure Bigfoot really existed, but not in my area, way up in the mountains. Now, as time has gone by, and I've learned what I've learned and heard what I've heard, seen things, I've never actually seen a Bigfoot. I've had stuff out of the corner of my eye and seen some things in the distance that I'm not sure of what I'm looking at and stuff like that, but nothing where I could definitively say I'm looking at a Sasquatch, right? So I kind of came across this thing. It's a map. And it's very interesting to me because I strongly believe that our government, specifically our military, is fully aware of the existence of Bigfoot. And I just recently did a video of the Mount St. Helens Bigfoot, stuff like that, where the military came in and they extracted some bodies of Bigfoot and the story behind that. And, I'm fascinated by that whole thing. Now, what I'm about to read you now is not new. Again, Hiker Dave, late to the game as always, but I don't care. I don't care if I'm late to it. It's all right. But I wanted to tell you guys about it in case maybe you're not aware of it. Maybe you are, but nonetheless, I want to read you something. Now, this is something you can look up on your own, guys, and get a look at this map. But it's a U.S. military issued map, and it was prepared by and published by the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency out of St. Louis, Missouri. So this company produced maps for like the Cold War. They go way, way back. They've been around for a long time. This company's maps actually most recently were used in the aid to capture bin Laden, apparently. That I can't verify. It's just something I kind of came across in the research of this specific map. This company was the first to come out with topographical maps way back in said day, and now it's just a commonplace thing. So this company's huge. They're a $5 billion a year agency. They employ 16,000 people. I'm kind of wanted to put out that information of the credibility of this map. This is not a small company somewhere and they're kind of making a joke of this. This is a large company in Washington that employs many, many people, have been around for a long, long time, very, very reputable. So there's a map that they put out for the United States military for the Pacific Northwest and how to survive in wet terrain. That's what this map was specifically produced for. So it specifies this map is for Washington and Oregon. So it's topographically specific to that terrain in Washington and Oregon. So this map shows edible plants. It's got great information on it. It's a huge map, waterproof map. And it tells you how to build a shelter, how to find clean water, how to clean your water, stuff like that. It's a great map. It's large, very large map. It shows, so on the map, it shows pictures of the wild animals in the area or dangerous animals. And it lists them and shows a picture of each one. For instance, cougar, moose, black bear, bobcat, porcupine, wolf. And then at the bottom of the map, of course, it shows a Bigfoot. And then in parentheses underneath it says Sasquatch. Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Shows a huge, hairy, half ape, half man looking creature. And it is on the map to warn our military, our United States military, that may do maneuvers in the area or whatever, for whatever reason they are in that area. They want you to know what's out there. Black bear, cougars. And wouldn't you know it, there's a picture a great picture of a black, hairy, standing on two legs, ape-type, human-looking creature. I love that. I love seeing something like that. It's funny because it's an admittance by our government. They're admitting it, that it exists, that it's real, and it's common in that area. And I believe that it's very common in Oregon and Washington, out in that Pacific Northwest area, that it's very, very common out there. That's probably seen a lot more often than people will say or admit. But a $5 billion company that has been making maps since the Cold War, years and years and years. So you cannot dispute the credibility of the map maker. And I really doubt that they put that there as a joke to get a giggle or a laugh out of the Army or Marines or National Guard or who's ever using this map to survive out in Washington, in Oregon, like some kind of joke. It's not a joke. The map is not a joke. It's out in plain sight. The government tells you out in plain sight, but once you ask that one specific question, is there really such a creature as Bigfoot? No, that's ridiculous. That doesn't exist. But we'll let our guys know that there's a Sasquatch and Bigfoot. That's their habitat. Be careful in their habitat. Be careful of the black bear. Be careful of the cougars. Watch out for them nasty porcupines, right? Watch out for the Bigfoot. They show a picture of it. Very interesting stuff. I got more work to do. I want to find, I've heard that there's another map similar to this in another part of the country, and I'm not sure, so I got to find it. But that is good stuff, you guys. I mean, that is very, very cool to get your eyes on something like that and to know that they'll tell us, you know, the civilian in this world, no such thing. But once you get in their camp on their side, they're going to tell you, hey, look out for Bigfoot. This is what they sound like, look like, stuff like that. And I think it's funny. And I think it's funny because we're on to them more and more and more, it seems. We get closer and closer to the government. It has to just say enough already, right? Enough. I'm tired of covering up. Enough is enough. So anyways, the sun is, I probably only got 20 minutes or so. I'll take a short hike. I'm not familiar. I'm in an area I don't usually hike. So I'm going short, but I'm packing heavy. I'm packing all the stuff I normally would, even for a short hike. I've made mistakes, and you guys, if you've seen my videos, you know the mistakes I've made that I will not make again. Thank you so much, guys, for coming by, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.